You hear that? The sound of bold ideas.
I'm Machiel Oskam, one of the founders of Online Department, and currently also co-founder of Citizens, a digital performance agency group with Flemish and Dutch agencies. I co-founded Online Department almost 15 years ago, and we're an agency specialized in UX, UI design, service design, and product design. So we have no in-house developers. And the name came from being a partner of our clients. So being the online department of our clients. So we work a lot on site at the client. Speaking of clients, we are growing in the government, also in the energy sector. We do a lot of work in healthcare, and we focus on business critical software applications. And also, I think it's really important still that UX is growing. It's still immature in the market. So we invest a lot in talent development and educating companies to increase their UX maturity.
My name is Gorree. I'm a creative director here at Online Department. You have UXers and they talk a language, but you also have the business side and they speak in their own language and have all these results about the user. And then you say, okay, I explain them to the business and the business thinks, okay, yes, and now what? And what I saw is that when you are able to relate to the business side and understand the business, you can design better interactions, and also you can explain them to the business side so they understand, okay, what's the value in doing this part of research or the outcome of this research? How can we implement it into our products that it not only is better for the user, it's also better for the business?
I think as an agency founder, we're almost all the time in startup mode because it's constantly evolving. There's no time to lay back and enjoy the ride. I think it needs continuous development of your people, your talents. Of course, the roles are changing, and the most important change we made is more business aware design. I always believe that design should be in the boardroom or have a seat at the boardroom table, because it's very critical for organizations to evolve, to be innovative. That's always been my mission statement. And I think that's an important lesson to learn also for educations. The business aware part, also the storytelling of the impact you make as a designer. And I think we're still on the road to improve that more. Yeah, we also founded a platform, UX People, a long time ago. We organized summer schools because we see there's a big knowledge gap when you leave an education as a graduate and you go into the market. So, and also my team really likes to share their experiences with young talent. So it's just giving attention is important, but also explain the things they will encounter inside company buildings. And it's very important to, as interns do, to show them what really happens and what skills you need to work on to become a professional. So what I see is that the market, there's a lot of demand for senior UX designers. They need to understand a lot about corporate processes and agile and safe, etc. But how do you learn this? Nobody explains you how this works and how to perform really well as a professional. So there's a big gap between leaving education and the demands in the market. And I think it's a role for agencies to fill that gap. But it's also something that companies, and at least at the moment, the governments should invest in.
Well, I think the value is created in the part where you work with the client together, and so the most value is created with the good research, the great outcomes, and how you translate that into a good product. So for now, we use AI to get to that good product faster. So and we see a lot of clients using AI themselves as well. So for them, it's easier to get a good brief to get their requirements in order to get to a product they want. So it accelerates it all, but I think the process for now is still somewhat more or less the same. I had this guest college at Hogeschool Rotterdam, and while making the presentation, there already for these different subjects, there were new tools released the same week. So I had to iterate on it right away to, well, make the story complete again. So I think, yeah, in advice, it's really the know-how of what is AI, how does it work, and when can I trust the results, and how do we make sure that what comes out of it we can use in our products.
I think the UX as a profession, as an industry, is getting more mature, more accepted as a business critical competence companies need. So that's a good thing. I still see it's growing. It's a growing, evolving market. The impact will come at the decision-making table. And the problem is nowadays that everything needs to be quantified. So what does a UX designer deliver? What value in terms of money, numbers? So that's an important thing we need to understand. That's how the world plays at the moment, how decisions are made. So UX, especially with all the AI tools, will be able to deliver value faster than we used to do. So we go from abstract to concrete in a faster pace. And that's very important for business owners and decision makers. We used to not have so much data. It was more of a mock-up with fantasy data. And currently we prototype with the AI tools with real data. That's what I mean, that the impact is shortened. It's a faster delivery of value working for clients. So it's a really good thing. I absolutely don't believe what a lot of people, prophets, are saying, that AI will be the end of the UX. Absolutely not. I think it's a big improvement of our profession.
Why do people need to join your workshop?
Well, to become more business aware and how to implement that in their UX work and getting results for themselves, for the business, and yeah, well, becoming a better UX designer overall. But more or less, it has to be fun as well. So the session's gonna be fun. I'm gonna tell you about my screw ups and also my wins, and I'm gonna help you with tools that you can use in your work to become a business-aware designer.
So on a personal level, Machiel, what keeps you going? What are your personal inspirational moments to keep on going and to keep on driving this business?
Interesting question. I think also from how I grew up is fixing things, making things right. That's very important. So I love to work in healthcare, complex systems. Also, of course, my team inspires me a lot. But there's so much IT that's not properly working. The mission statement of online department, Computer Don't Be a Machine, is my personal mission statement. So let's make technology easy to use and accessible for everyone. So I think that this is the idealism that drives me forward constantly.